Everyone, it's Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up, and I'm here to share with you on this Wednesday at 5:30, my regular time, the Eden's Garden. And I said, loving the DSP. Again, hello and welcome. I know yesterday a lot of you joined me for bingo, and thank you. I guess we're not that far behind. Let's see. Oh, yay, Katie, welcome. So, thank you for joining for me. I'm a little tired. Thank you for joining me for bingo last night. We had so much fun. We made these projects right up here. It was a lot of fun. So today, what I wanted to do is play with the Eden's Garden. It's a stamp set that I'm really enjoying. When I first got it, I loved it, and then my first play with it, I was like, okay, I just wasn't grasping it. I played with it a little bit, and I'm loving it. It's very pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Forever Greenery with the pretty greens and the flowers and everything. So, hello, Millie, Shannon, Deborah. How are you? Katie, I'm glad you got on early. Hi, Jewel. Welcome. I just noticed I have glue all over my desk right here, so let me just get that off. So, couple of quick announcements. Today in the mail, I got these beauties just in time. So they're not on my card, but we may have to incorporate them somehow. So we will do that. That'll be fun. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Beverly. Ellie. Hi. Okay. South Carolina, Beverly. I just had like 2 groups of friends move there. 2 different, don't know each other, up and retired and moved. So I bet it's a beautiful place. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Perry. Welcome back. So a couple of quick announcements. One of the things I don't mention a whole lot is about being a demonstrator. I try to once in a while. I just want to quickly, because I get asked a lot, are you growing a team? Are you wanting downline? Of course, this is my business. I would love to have you as a downline. I don't mention it a whole lot because I know you guys know I'm a demonstrator, and you know that I would love a downline. I mean, I would assume you guys know that. So yes, I obviously do this as a business. I'm trying to grow my team, and I would absolutely love it if you wanted to join my team. So that being said, one of the other things that I got in the mail today, and I'll show you as soon as I wipe my lotion off. This is a lotion that doesn't leave oils. It's really nice. It is, I might as well share that with you. It's called the Naked Bee, and I got it from a sewing store in Texas, but they have it online, so I love it. Okay, looking for seeing what you're creating is just gorgeous. Oh, good, Judy. So just so you know, a lot of people said, I don't know about becoming a demonstrator because I don't know, the rules and what to do and what I need to do. So we have this handy, which we just renewed it. So the Ready Reference Guide. And so this is what it looks like. And I haven't put the thing on this one yet, so I did this one. So this is what it looks like, and you can flip through and you can read at your fingertips, the information that you need. So to title up, to put in orders. It's really nice too. The material is very nice. It's got like a plasticky kind of thing on the top, outside. Paper pumpkin subscriptions, if somebody asked you. So there's a lot of different ways to learn about your bonuses, and there's just titling, title benefits, requirements. So this is really handy to have on hand and be able to answer questions or look them up. So that way you can look them up before you need to call your upline and kind of see if you can find it. And then that way you can say, look through my guide, I can't find it, or you might have a different question. But anyway, this is a really fun, handy reference. So don't be afraid to join. You're just going to get a discount, and that's going to be the difference if that's all you want it to be. So that being said, we're going to just move on because I don't like to, you know, yes, I try to be a salesperson, and yes, I want you to buy from me and join my team and all that good stuff. But if you have any questions about it, please do not hesitate to ask me. I'd love, love, love to have you on my team. Okay, so that is a couple of things. Other than that, your bingos are all ready to go. So yes, little sleep and a lot of work. Your bingos are ready. I just need to package up the gifts, the prizes for those who won. And I need to finish your thank you cards, which I think will be done before Friday. And when I say your thank you card, sometimes I'll just throw a little card in there, and it may not be a thank you card. It might be something else, but I just want to show you or give you something that I might think that, you know, you haven't seen or something. Hi, Linda. Hi, Elaine. Welcome, everybody. So I think I have 3 of the 4 bingo winners orders. I just got one right before I went on, so I will put that in tonight. Don't forget, today is the stamping sale. So please use my host code. If you're shopping, I would love for you to use my host code. I'd appreciate it very much. So it is today only, so you don't forget that, please. You must be, I've been up all night. I was. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Linda. So yes, I was not up all night, but my husband said, you're getting ready to go to this retreat where I know you're not going to sleep, and you haven't slept since before Disneyland. And, you know, I'm working on customer stuff. I'm trying to get all my stuff that I'm going to work on in retreat kind of prepped, die cut, stamped, ready to go, so I could just assemble and enjoy myself and relax. I'm not bringing my laptop. I will have my phone. Please do not hesitate on reaching out if you need anything. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Thank you to all of you that have already signed up for November Bingo 2. That's awesome. Look, what do I have? So, of course, November Bingo, really quickly, it is up and ready to register. I said I'll post the supply list, so as soon as I know what it is and what my projects are, that's what I will start this weekend. No, bingo was last night, Jewel. It was the 19th. So the next bingo is November 16th. Oh, that's another very important thing I want to say. So a couple people had messaged me and said that they missed bingo last night. So very important, down below, please, please hit subscribe. And then on the notification bell, click on that. Because I go on, there's a couple things I do. Number one, I talk on my videos about bingo being this week or this weekend or next week or whenever it's coming up. I also post on my Facebook page a lot. Don't forget, sign up. Here's the information. But I also go on YouTube and I schedule my videos. So there's always a little button that says set reminder, and you can click on that and it will remind you. But if you're subscribed and have notifications and everything, you should get that. That being said, you have to have your you know, your Gmail and your YouTube and all that kind of going and connected, and make sure that you're signed on through your Gmail. Oh, I am so glad, Nola. Yeah, it was a 3-hour bingo. And so far, everybody's been really good with how long the bingos are. But my husband said, why don't you make your projects easier? But I do what I want to do what I normally would do. I'm not going to say, oh, this is bingo. I got to make X amount of them, so I'm going to make them simple. I don't want to do that. Oh, Karen, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you. So I'm not going to cheap out on the bingo. Now, that being said, I might make it a little easier for myself and not use double-sided paper and use both sides of the paper and use a different print so that I can stretch my product. Let's be smart about it. but you will get the quality that I would want to put out. So I told my husband, oh, good, Katie, I'm glad. Okay, so that being said, make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff down below, and you'll get notified when the bingos are, and at least 24 hours ahead, or 12 hours ahead when I post and schedule, so you know it's going to be that day. But also I talk about it on all my bingos and stuff, so I hope that helps you. Okay, what else? So I leave Saturday, and I won't be back until midnight next Wednesday, or 11:55. And so I will not be on until Sunday. And tonight is not Whip It Up Wednesday, because I already had something planned that was going to be for November's bingo, a part of it anyway, one of them. But we're going to do 2 cards today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you one of the cards that would have been in the bingo, but because of the paper stuff, I changed my mind. So this is our first card. Let's just get going. So this is the first card that we're going to create, and I just love this card. It's just so soft. I think this would be a great sympathy card. I put sending hugs because I just thought it would be nice to put something different than, happy birthday or whatever. I like thinking of you kind of things. And we have a friend that's going through cancer treatment. He's at Stanford right now, and I'm going to be there for a month. And deja vu, we had one last year too. So I thought this isn't going to go to him because it's, has a pretty frilly bow on it. But this is the kind of thing that, I like the sending hug sentiment. But anyway, I thought this would be kind of fun if I didn't have the bow on it. And I think it would be an okay masculine card because there's not really flowers, it's more leaves. But we're going to create this one. So we're going to set that aside, and of course I used my white. Ooh, I got to write this on my list. Oh, I did. Look at, see, I've got my list going. I've got to order basic white. I have like this much or more of thick, and I'm like, where's my basic white? I have 1 package left. Can you believe that? So, and I just made a bunch of stuff with my basic, so guess I'll have to go shopping tonight. I'm subscribed, and I don't. Okay, so once you subscribe, right next to the subscribe button at the bottom, Jewel, there's a little bell. Click on that, and then when you click on that, it's for notifications, and put all. So if I go live, if I have a schedule, if there's anything that is on there, if it's not a normal one or whatever, it's going to notify you. Okay, so we're going to do our normal 5 1/4 by 4. And of course, we're going to keep our little piece of paper right here. And so let's just try and keep this. We'll set this aside. And so what I did in the inside is I did add another piece of paper. So let's go ahead and take that now. I want to make sure that this is it. Yep, 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to put this along the side over here. So let's do that now. Oh, Joel, I'm sorry you missed bingo. All right. So we'll put this on. Okay, like that. And then we're going to bring in our soft succulent, our evening evergreen, and I believe we're going to double check, but I think it's bumblebee for the third one. It could have been crushed curry, but I think I listed bumblebee. My doggy again is outside making all kinds of noise. I'm going to bring in my pad. I love these pads. This one's almost gone, but I use them for everything. All right, and then we're going to take in the largest stamp. So this is our Eden. Let's just talk about this for a second. This is Eden's Garden, and this is available to customers on November 2nd. And the collection includes this, and here are the dies. So there's a variety of different dies. Nothing goes and stamps these out, which at first I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But honestly, I think that this is a perfect set for a DSP set, which is kind of what I did, but I changed it up a bit. So there's those. So there's a lot of fun ideas. You'll also get the DSP, and I'm going to show you the paper. Now this one, I know you've probably seen this before, but just in case somebody hasn't, this is the one we're using tonight. And then these are the papers. This one has a really soft, see how it's got the green in the background, and this one's the white. This one is so pretty. Okay, so you get two of those. This is the back. They're kind of, you know, the one solid image color, so you have just the two colors on the back. And then you have the darker green. So you have the evening evergreen there. And look at this, is really pretty. It's like a tweed look, kind of. I like it a lot. And this one, you can't, I don't think you can see it on screen. Well, maybe. You can see on the dark that there's some leaves on the background inside the evening evergreen. It's just really, really pretty. And the gold, I mean, when I first saw this paper, when they showed it to us online, I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. But when I got it in person, I liked it so much better. This one to me just looks so crisp and clean. It's just so pretty. The white is just white. Okay. You have on you. Oh, I kind of do. You know what's funny is I changed my clothes a couple times because I had a long sleeve shirt on. Well, honestly, I had a t-shirt on, and I went to change for the video. This is the cotton paper, and I haven't opened it yet. Somebody asked me about it today, so let's take a look. And I put on a long sleeve, but it was a long, like a Henley t-shirt kind of, but it was too warm, so I took it off. But I wasn't thinking about the color. So yeah, this is like tissue. Oh, it's, you know, I'm going to say it's a little thicker than tissue. This has like a smooth, I don't know. This one has a little rougher texture to it. And this is a little bit of a smooth. I don't know if you can see the difference there. So, I don't know. It is like tissue, but I mean, it is tissue. It's called cotton paper, but I want to see if it rips as easily. I'm sure, yeah, it does. So you got to be really careful with it, but I think it would be pretty, kind of like if you use it like vellum, and like see this leaf right here, and cut that leaf out, or this here at the edge, and it'd be a little a lighter touch to your project. But we're not really going to be using, we're going to use a couple dies on the next card, but not much on this one. But we are going to put these in here. Now let's open these, because I want to look at this really quickly. These are cherry cobbler, I believe is, it doesn't say on here, but I believe that's what they are, is cherry cobbler. And, but they have like a gold iridescent kind of like glue on the inside. Okay, here we go. So they're cherry cobbler for sure when you look at them a certain way, but when you move them, they definitely have that iridescent on them. But they're really pretty. And I kind of thought, what if we took these? Oh gosh, they're pretty. And put them on the green. You know, could we turn this into looking a little bit like a Christmas card by adding some red to this? It is really, really pretty. Man, these are pretty. Okay, I'm really happy with these. At first I thought, oh, they look kind of foggy. I don't know. But yeah, look at the blue ones. The ones at the bottom. Let's see. Those are so pretty. Can you see? Really pretty. Okay, well, we're going to try and do something. We'll tie these in somehow. All right, let's just set those aside. Okay. I'm all excited now. They look way better than I thought. All right, so let's take our inside piece. We got to do our image here. So I want the splatters and these berries. So I'm just going to ink this up. I use this a lot, so hopefully I don't need to. And I'm just going to hold it for a second because I am a little low on my ink, but I do want this to stay at a soft look. Okay. Look how pretty that is. So that'll be the inside of our card. So on the outside, the first thing I'm going to do is add our sentiment. So I'm going to do our sending hugs. Let's see, my heart is tied to yours, tag if you need anything. Isn't that cute? My heart is tied to yours, tag if you need anything. Really cute. And dear friend, how are you? I mean, if somebody's going through a rough time and you just want to send them a little note, really, really nice. All right, so let's get out our black. And we're going to do our send hugs. And I'm going to put it right about there. Okay, so there's our sending hugs. Thanks for helping her, Katie. Okay, so now we're back with our soft succulent. And you can see, I don't know if you, oh, I guess you can't see. I've got little paper particles there on my stamp set because I just did a whole bunch of these. So I'm just kind of going around adding a little here and there. Okay, we're just going to add 4, and you can do as big or as little as you want. Doesn't really matter. You just kind of want to add. Now we're going to pull in our evening evergreen. So that was the large stamp, and now we're going to pull in and we're going to do this little one with the little speckles on it. And we're going to do evening evergreen. Now what I do is we're just kind of adding this in just to add a little bit of some more depth, another color. And so I'm just going to make sure I put some on the corner there so it just kind of looks like it's not just this big light spot. We're going to put this one coming this way because we're going to have another one to kind of fill up that spot right there. So just kind of have it where your leaf is kind of coming in there. It's not a big deal. And I'm going to do this one over here, kind of coming out there. We're going to do one there. And let's do one right there. Okay, so we're just kind of filling it in a little bit. So that is that one. Now we're going to pull in this one right here. Because this one to me kind of looks like a little bit of a wheat look to it. Okay. Oh, my doggy is just... Our neighbors have a little dog, and when they get out at the same time, they're yappers. Okay, so this one has a fairly long stem. You see how long that stem is right there? And I don't want all stem. These I kind of tuck in the leaves, and this one I could have went down a little farther, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do part of the leaves, and I'm going to do all the leaves and a little bit of the stem. Okay, and so now we're just going to kind of put it here and there, and I could have stamped off, and I probably should have, but that's okay. So we're going to just come in with a little bit here and there. It doesn't have to be everywhere. Remember, you're going to turn your paper. Don't turn your arm, because we're going to act like that's just part of that flower up there, just to kind of offset it. And just a little. Again, you're kind of creating your DSP where you don't have to have it so perfectly put on there. You want it to kind of look like these are just a bunch of flowers, right? And so I'm gonna stamp off this one, and I'm gonna go right in there just to add a little bit more, and that's it. Okay, I know you're gonna think, oh, there's white up here and white up here. You need to, no, that's enough. You want that sentiment to still be that focus. The ribbon that we have that's with the red and gold. Oh, you think that with this? That ribbon? This happens to be one of my favorites. So you're saying if we add this, is that what you think? And then we add the red stones? It will probably make nice 3D flowers. Okay, so there we have on that one. Felicia, I'm not quite sure what you're saying. All right, so we have this. We can bring it in. And our card base. I mean, look how easy this card is going together. Let's go ahead and put our inside in, because we know what happens if we don't. All right, so we're going to put this one in. And I don't mind adding white on the white. I don't always do that. You could line it with something else, but I thought this is such a clean, crisp card that I was fine with doing it this way. Now, you could take your green here, and I'm not sure, Felicia, what you're saying if we add this. Let's take a look. If we add this, and then add these stones, and I think if we would have maybe, instead of doing the yellow, added the red in there, then maybe we could have turned it to a little more Christmassy. Yes, you do have to be logged into Google. Denise, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, I think if I would have done those in red, maybe we could have turned this a little more Christmassy. But we're going to just go with our little card here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this on. Let's do our bow first, though, because I want to know about placement. So my bow, I'm doing a double bow. And it's about 19 inches long. All right, so you guys know how to do the bows. And if not, of course, there's my bow video. All right, so there's this. Now, the other thing what I want to show you is, before we put that on here, you're going to think about where you want your bow, and I'm going to do it right about there. But we're going to take a little piece of this gold ribbon, and this ribbon is this one here, gold shimmer ribbon is what they call it. Okay, and I showed you guys this the other day. What we're going to do is we are going to cut this. Well, this is not my ribbon scissors are ribbon scissors for a reason, because they're nice and sharp. My other ones I use for everything. So you want to not go all the way, because you want to keep your ribbon intact. Okay, so I cut this side and I cut this side, and I left about that much in the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take glue dots, and I'm going to take 2 of them across that image right there, and I'm just going to think about where you want your ribbon, and that's about where you're going to put this. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, I've decided, the last time I did it beforehand, but this time I'm going to do it before I put the ribbon. We're going to pull the gold away, okay, and then on one side, your fabric, I'll show you, the cotton part that holds the gold, is going to just come off like that in a piece, in one big piece. This side, you're going to notice you're going to pull your gold, okay, pull it apart, and just keep pulling all the little gold strands. See how they're just coming down? But they stop right there where you didn't cut. So all of these gold strands will come off, and the stuff on the inside will just peel off once you get enough of the gold off. So just keep peeling your gold, and then you're going to see all the cotton part just fraying. See how that is? And that's on the other side. So you really have one side of the gold ribbon holding it together, and then the other side is just woven into the other side. So let's go back over here. The side is the one that I think is going to just fall off. So just keep pulling your gold. Okay, just like this. All right, and now this one, you just pull that off. Okay, and then there's all your gold. And then this side, again, pull your gold. And as long as you have that section in the middle that you didn't cut, you're going to be just fine. Okay, and now just keep pulling your gold. You can grab the little cotton part once you see it, and then just cut that little cotton off. Okay, and now you have all these little things. Okay, you have all that little fray now. All right, so there is how I did that gold. And now you're going to take your bow and we're going to put it right here, and then we can trim down the gold. But you can like spread it out. And of course, if you pull hard, you're going to pull one out. So be careful on that. Are there any sets in the annual catalog that you guys would like to see in the bingo? I'm going to do my favorites, so I'm going to go through and kind of decide on what I want, but I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to do masculine. I will do a masculine card for sure. And so I just kind of fray it out a little bit just so it kind of has a little, you know, it's not just clumped in one big clump. So, and then you can kind of turn your bow a little bit so that you can see your sentiment, but it's going to be fine. And we'll trim this up in a minute. I might as well trim it. And I like to trim it like a haircut. I don't like to just make it one big clump, one big cut. Okay, so, all right, there we go. Hi, Tisha, welcome. Hi, Lou. Welcome. All right, so there we go. So now we've got our little pieces. Now we're going to also trim. Oh, let's wait to trim down our bow. Let's wait until we adhere it on here. So let's think about where this is going to go. So I like to get my grid paper, and we'll just line this up. And we'll put this on the front. And think about where we want this. And this is where our ribbon is. So I'm going to take my pen, and I like to mark it. Okay, so this is the bottom. This is the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to go to the top of 8. Okay, so that's going to tell me that I want the ribbon to go right at the top of 8 and just slightly down, and it's gonna go right where I want it. So we're gonna leave that there and find our piece of ribbon. And so I'm going to do one glue dot because this is going to be behind our panel anyway. Hi, Virginia. I do too, Lou. It's really, really pretty. It's even prettier in person. All right, so I'm going to go a little bit down, and I'm putting that glue dot there to just help me out. We're going to turn this over. Let's go ahead and put our adhesive. should be very close. I glued one, and I'm just gonna kind of make sure it looks straight when I do the other one. All right. I'm gonna do a little adhesive on top of here. I just like to make sure that everything's gonna glue down nicely. Well, not that nicely. Slowly pull it up. Wow. All right, there we go. All right, so there you go. And now let's put our dimensionals on. Yeah, Nola, I hadn't even opened it until tonight when I showed it to you guys, so I will think about how you're talking about the one with this kit, this collection. All right, so let's do this and get the first card done. Yeah, I think I'm only 54, I think, something like that, away from 5,000 viewers. So if you are not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. Okay, so here's this one, and then I'm going to go this way here with this one. So I have my ribbon, and I'm actually okay with the length of that. That looks fine to me. All right. And now what I did is I used the metallic, the brushed metallic gold to go with the gold, but I'm thinking we're going to bring this in. And maybe these have like long leaves, and that's what that kind of looks like. And I'm thinking what I might do on this one is just kind of do like just three little, just kind of like that. Now I could add, you know, the red in there, and they look like berries and leaves if you wanted to do something like that. But I just kind of think that is enough right there. Hi Terry, welcome. Hi Patricia. Oh gosh, these are so pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, so that is card number 1. Simple. Now this one looks a little bit different. See, so you're doing the background. And so this bow's a little longer. It's up a little higher. This one's a little lower. I mean, it's just a different look, but same idea. What are the cases that you keep your dimensionals in? Oh, you know what? Those were, it used to be the wooden cases that we used to sell wood stamps in. And so I had bought some, and I keep my dimensionals in here, but we don't sell those anymore. You can find something close to this on Amazon. I still have just the Stampin' Up ones, but I understand that a lot of people have been buying them off of Amazon. Okay, so, gosh, these are so pretty, you guys. I think this really, you could put it on blue or purple or green. It just reflects all those colors. So pretty. So that's what I'm going to do with that one, adding, oops, those stones. So let's go to the next one, and I'm thinking we're going to change the next one to a Christmas theme, just because my jewels came in today. So let's give it a try. So the next one, oh, here it is. We are going to pull in, if I can pick it up, we're going to use the darker green. So this was my original thought, what I did. I wanted to make the stamped image kind of the focal point, but I honestly think the paper is the focal point. The paper is just so pretty that I don't know if I want to create this card. Okay, we're going to create it, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to just try it. What the heck? Okay, so the first thing I think we should do, so now this is my Wing It Wednesday. We're going to just kind of go with it. This is the inside of our card. So let's go with the Evening Evergreen. I want to see what I did over here. Yeah. So we're going to change it up a little and just, what the heck? Let's try it. Okay, let's do Evening Evergreen. And what I did is I just did a stamp, and then I just kind of did some stamping down the side. Okay, that's all I did on the inside. So we're going to set that aside. And I think I used soft succulent, but yeah, see? So I'm going to change it up a little bit. And we're going to kind of go a little different. Oh, wait, we need this color still. So let's take this and this one. And we're going to take our paper, we're going to stamp on. And let's use our Evening Evergreen instead of our soft succulent. I like to just stamp it everywhere, make sure we get some colors that we want. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. And we are going to do a hello there on the, oh, let's not do hello there. Let's celebrate everything. Well, instead of a stamp set from here, let me grab a Christmas theme. We're going to just see how we can change this up just a little bit. I got to find the right size font. Okay, we are going to try, let's see if this is too long. I want to use this Merry Christmas. Ooh, I think it's going to be perfect. Okay, I'm using Merry Christmas from Christmas to Remember. I'm going to use this one right here. And you can use what you want. I'm going to show you really quickly how I put my stickers on. People do it very differently than I do, and there are other people that do it this way, but I like it this way. I can't wait to use that. So how do you use the cotton paper? I have seen the cotton paper used to make bows and different things. I don't know. My thought kind of is to do it as a, kind of like you would vellum, to cut out the, like the little leaf images and stuff, and just kind of do it that way. All right, so here's my Merry Christmas. I put it down. I put the sticker where you could peel off the pieces at the top, turn it over. Now my head's probably going to get in the way. And I like to just kind of hover and go slowly down and adjust my outside of my sticker, just so. Sometimes they're really hard to get off. If they are, take your pokey tool and just kind of go under, and you're just releasing it enough to get a little air, and it'll pop right off. So let's do this. I want to make sure this is long enough. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take this paper and just make sure. Oof. Okay, we're going to use another scratch paper just in case, because that looks very close to not making it. All right, so we're going to use our black. Now we're doing our Wing It Wednesday. I haven't used this yet, so I want to stamp it. Okay, that looks good. All right, we're just going to do it right here. Ooh, you know, I'm wondering, because I don't think I can see through this. So we're going to do it again. When you have a die like this that you can't see through, I could chance it and try and put this over it, but you know it's not going to come out straight, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this up here, and we're just going to run this through. This one I'm cutting by hand. So let's just I already have my large one here with my plates, and so I'm just going to use it. That's exactly what they look like, Felicia. Oh, Katie, that's the best way to put the stickers on. It's so easy. All right, we're going to take that. Okay, now this is going to be better because there's no way we're going to be able to align that up. So let's poke this out. There we go. Put my die back. Okay, so look how pretty that came out. And you could always take this and you could, you know, put half of it, you know, cut off the edge if you want to move your sentiment to the side, or if you have a little sentiment. Look how cute that is. You could just cut it right here and then have that little piece. I do that way, but half at a time. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen people do half at a time, and I definitely, Linda, before they changed the stickers, the material that they use on them, because I didn't think they stuck to the blocks at all, I used to not put them on. I used to put them on the back side of my stamp case. Okay, so when I look at this, I think this is the right side and this is the left. If you do it this way, I think this would be good if you were going to stick it under something, because it seems like this drops down more towards here. So if you were going to, you know, take your image and put it on top of this, you could do it that way. But I want it to go upward. And so, well, now that I'm saying that, I think I do like it down better, so I'm going to do it this way. I think I'm going to go downward. I think there's so much going on at the top part that I think having that go down a little bit, oh, that's not going to work. Oh, good, Virginia. Uh-oh. I am just dropping everything. All right, so my hope is that I can finish your, for the bingo players, that I can finish your thank you cards tomorrow. And it'll go out on Friday. That is my hope. Okay, let's see if we can get this all on here without the Y coming off. Oh, look. That is perfect. Okay. It's bolder. We're going for a little more bold. See how thin that is? We're going to do a little bolder. We are going to fussy cut this out really quick, so let me get started on that. Remember, turn your paper. Okay, so I'm going to, I always like to cut it down where it's easier to work with. And then it doesn't have to be super close, or, you know, you don't I like to go around the edges. So if it dips in, I dip in. I try not to leave big white pieces, but I'm not super careful. I do like the cutting to be smooth. Even if I'm doing this, it's going to be smooth. It's not going to be like this. It's going to be like this. Does that make sense to you? So you want it to be smooth. Oh, Laura, yep, I'm alive. All right, so you're going to just go down, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go all the way in. And when it comes to a point like that, I tend to just kind of restart it at the top. Okay, because there's a point, and that gives you that chance to turn. And I didn't go in that groove right there, which is okay, but I did do my little curvy at the top where that leaf curves. So it's just kind of go along with the lines, but remember, you don't have to go all the way in. But if you go in a lot in the little details, then you should do that for the most part. You don't want to do it in one place and not anywhere else, but you don't have to do it everywhere. All right. Now down here, there's a big space, so I'm going to go in because I don't want all that white. Okay, so just kind of, but I'm not going to go all the way down in there. You don't have to. But here, I'm going to pick back up and go like this. And again, you don't have to be perfect. Except I can't see, my leaf is in the way. Okay, so I'm cutting that off. So as long as you kind of try to make your lines smooth, there is not a die, no. There are dies, these are the dies. So for the most part, I'll be using this as a DSP like I did on the first card. Okay, see these little dots right here? I just go around like this. Just kind of squiggle around them. No, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just make it to where it's not a big circle, and there we go. Okay, done. Sometimes it's worth the fussy cut. I don't mind fussy cutting, but I'm not going to make 500 cards with it. Hi Becky, welcome. All right, so here we go. We're going to cut down our piece of paper. And think about which way is up and down. I'm thinking I'm going to go that way. There's probably not a rhyme or reason. We're going to try and turn this Christmassy a little bit. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to turn this over. Okay, did you see what I did? So this was, you know how I cut my paper when I love it, chop it. I'm going to do 6 by 4 so you can get six pieces out of 6 sheets, right? So when you do this and you cut this off, this flips over that way. Okay, so I didn't want to use it on the inside. This is my inside. So I decided to use it up here. So what we're going to do is we're thinking we can probably turn this into some kind of a Christmas. So let's see if we take this and yeah, Jewel, there are not dies, not for this one. There's these dies. So you have a little leaf here and you have your sentiment there. This can go on the edge like a border. And then we've got these here. Okay. Now we could take this and even this and cut it up in vellum and then or in the tissue, because it does come in the soft succulent and the evening evergreen. And we could make that. Okay, I'm going to put these on here. Let's just see how it works. And, you know, try and use that up. Okay, I'm going to put them on right where the berries are. And then, okay, we're going to have to work this out because I'm not sure I'm wanting this. Okay, we're going to try and make it Christmassy. So let's see if we bring, this has gold in there. You can tell what I've had on my desk here. I want to add some red. I I mean, my favorite ribbon right now is the cherry cobbler with the gold. I'm usually more silver for Christmas, but I'm really into the gold this year. Okay, I think we're going to use that because it ties the gold in. Oh, Katie, I'm so glad to help you out. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to go right over that other little piece because I don't want to waste that piece. So let's do that. We'll just cut that off. All right, we're not quite sure what we're doing yet, but we will adhere this into our paper. So I'm just going to put that straight and come in and just kind of go right down the middle, right there. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put this, and right here I'm going to go all the way down the ribbon on both sides. So I did the paper and the ribbon because we can put it on our line where we want it. Oh, this one's a little crooked. Lift it very carefully. Okay. And we're just going to put it right about here. Okay, and then we'll just tuck this around. Okay, now would that flower stamp nicely in gold, like gold embossing powder? Is that what you mean, Sharon? We can sure try it. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm still gonna, I think, go with the gold because I just want to. We're gonna put some gold in the background. Let's get our dimensionals. I think that'll work. Okay, I'm going to add, let's put this up here right above the ribbon. Let's take a little bit, I'm running out of my gold here. Let's see, what is this? Simply Elegant trim. It comes with the silver and the gold. All right, and so I'm just going to do yeah, I don't know what kind of flower this is. I don't even think it's a flower, to be honest. I think it looks more like if you look at it, it looks like berries and some leaves, like different leaves. There's like 3 different leaves. So I think it's a greenery kind of thing, is what I think. All right, so we're just going to put this I like to do a double loop like this. And let's just put it like this. All right, and then we're going to take this. I like it like this because I like this hanging down. And we're just going to put it, so you can see a little here, a little there. So I'm good with that. And then let's take our sentiment, and I'm going to go down a little ways, I think, because I want the red to show. And maybe I'm going to intertwine it like this. But I will lift it up. We're going to make it. How funny, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do 2 quick cards. Here I am again. Now you could also have taken that little leaf that we had, that we were using, and on the first card, and did a little background on here, but I don't think we need that much. But I'm going to just kind of tuck this. I mean, you could do it sideways. I really want that red to show though, so let's just tuck it in right along here. I'm trying to get it to where we can see the letters. I'm just going to do it right there, which is weird because I never do anything like so much in a row, but that's okay. Now I want to see what this looks like. I don't know if I want to add these. I think I'm going to add a few more red berries. What do you guys think? You could match this up with Forever Fern for sure. Okay, Sharon, I will do gold embossing. I'm going to write myself a note because I will forget. Gold embossing. Okay, don't let me forget. All right, so those look like the berries there. I think I'm just going to... There's really nothing that looks like berries anywhere else, so I don't want to just like... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them at the end of these gold leaves. Look how cute that looks. And I'm picking out these particular leaves. So yeah, I might be putting a lot on, but that's okay. I'm going to order more. Okay. So we have, oh, let's do one right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that works for me. I'll do 9. Okay, so again, this would be a card that I'm trying to be a little smarter about, not recreating so many, especially when I can't get the gems. See, I would probably choose something like this for bingo and then not be able to get the gems. That's why I decided, okay, I can't do this. All right, so this is going to go this way. I'm going to do this one this way. I'm going to turn it the opposite just because I like it. Okay. Now we could also take a little cherry cobbler, and there's a lot of stamp set that just has the little dots, and kind of put them in there, and that would tie it in. But I'm not going to make you wait while I try and hunt one down. So now we got to be careful because we've got those beads on the front, and this is DSP. It's not real thick, so you don't want to cut your paper up. So be careful when you do that. You can use the gold from Artistic Ink. Oh yeah, you could. Add the red to the sentiment. Yeah, that would be a good idea too. All right, let's put this on. All right, so now that kind of looks Christmassy, right? Is that too many stones? That seems like a lot, but I kind of think it makes it a little more Christmassy. So this one's not Christmassy. This one's a little Christmassy to me. And then these were our first cards. So here's that. And then here we had these. Now this was the first one. And then this one I put our new gems on. These are the new gems. Where'd they go? And these are the ones that come with the Eden Garden collection. Oh good, you guys are like me. I love bling bling bling. The gems are available now. Yes, I just got mine today. So yes, they are available now. And they, aren't they pretty? Oh here, let me show you on. Here we go. And they're really iridescent-y. They're so pretty. Okay, so I think this looks really pretty. Now, I have to say, right here, they look really green and they match great, but when you turn them, and then they look more blue, and you're like, oh, see, they look green there too. I guess they'd look, they're just really cool. So those were a lot of fun. Okay, so let's try that Stampin' Gold. Yes, yes, let's do that. Okay, so here's this. Let me wipe the stamp off. And you want it embossed in gold. I'm going to do a gold embossing powder. just scared the dog from dropping stuff. Oh, yeah, that looks kind of Christmassy. I like it. Okay. Gold it is. Okay, we're using Versamark. And I'm going to use this one. I like to fold it first just so I have a crease to save my embossing powder. I'm going to move this. All right, here we go. Especially because it's distinctive, I like to give it just some time to make sure the paper's all good and covered with the ink. Now that's another thing you could do is some of these other little stamps. You could, oh, I didn't put my embossing buddy on here, but okay, so the first thing I notice is some of the spots, of course, are going to be darker because it's a distinctive stamp. So while that is heating up just for a bit, I like to kind of clean this up because I'm going to start heating this and I'm going to probably blow this all over. All right. I'm kind of stuck on something. So other than masculine, what would you guys like to see in the November bingo? Just throw out some names of some stamp sets that are in the annual catalog. I'll be doing the annual catalog. Oh, this would be really pretty. Okay, so I think this would be amazing on a DSP. Because it's not super bold. Look how pretty that is. So let's say we do that and then we come back in. The adorable powder. Oh, okay, so let me show you what I've got. My desk is. So this is how it comes. And if you go online on Amazon, it is a spice container. So it's a spice container, and I have all four, and I can switch them around. So in my drawer, I move the ones that it's holidays, so I use the silver and gold quite a bit. And then when the holidays are over, I usually move the black back over here, and I slide everything down. You're welcome. And so I just keep this in my drawer. All right, so this would be really fun. And then if you took this and then got a green, let's say, and did some stamping, like if you were using your DSP, creating your DSP, and then we could get the soft succulent. And you could just stamp right over, look how pretty, and create your own DSP. I like it because it's not super bold, but you can definitely see the stronger spots because it's distinctive, but it is all nice and shiny. So, good question. Thank you, Sharon. All right, so the first card, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I showed you It doesn't really matter where you stamp your larger images. I kind of come off the corners and little pieces, even just like this little, just to kind of fill in and get a lot of that color. And then I took the darker on a small leaf and just kind of randomly put those all over so that you can, you know, kind of have some depth and with a different color green. And then I took Bumblebee, and what we did is we took the image and we just stamped the top part and not so much that big stem, because we don't need big stems. Oh, the other day I was going to tell you guys, I was going to show you my DSP I created with this set. But you see all the stems everywhere? So what you want to do is, if you do a DSP like this, don't color all the stems. Do like we did, and then color just the top part and then put it on there, because now all I see is stems. So that's why I didn't do anything with this, because of all the stems. But look how pretty this would be with the gold on it. Like just adding that gold in there, here and there. Like even if you just did like 5 of them on here, it would be really pretty. But remember, whenever you do DSP, just remember when you cut it up, like if you do like one here, and one here, you're only going to get little pieces of it on your card. So kind of if you want it all over. November bingo. What about using Sweet as a Peach and the What's Cooking set? Okay, let me write that down. Sweet as a Peach and the What's Cooking. Okay, and I have masculine. That was the other one somebody said. You're a master at making your own. Oh, Sharon, thank you. You're very sweet. Where did you get? Okay, I read that. Okay, I just want to make sure I read everything. All right, everybody. I hope you like the cards. So there are those. Again, I'm just going to let you know that I would absolutely love to have you on my team. If you are interested and you're thinking about it, you're not quite sure, you don't, you know, a lot of people think, oh, I just don't have time, I don't want to, you know, get involved in, you know, something. You seriously can do it and just get a discount. You do not have to do videos, or you don't have to sell, and you don't have to have parties. You know, it's all in what you want it to be. There is a quota. It is the $300 a quarter, but right now is the best time to give it a try. So it's October. So you're going to have October, November, and December. That is basically free. So you're going to get your 20% discount. You're going to use the product, get everything you can at your 20%. Then your first official quarter is January, February, and March. So that is when you need to have your 300. But everything you do from now through the end of March is included in the $300. So trust me, share it with friends, let them know what you're doing, and if anything, get your discount, enjoy it while you can. And at the end of March, if you're not able to achieve your $300, you still have April as your grace period. So what's going to happen during those months? You're going to get the new January mini catalog with sale-a-bration, so that we know is a huge deal. And then in April, when you're starting to do your grace period, so that means if you've only done $250 from now to March, you're going to have another $50 to make up in April. But that is the beginning of your next quarter, so you'll have April, May, and June, and that's when the new catalog comes out. So April, you would have to make up the difference, and then you start your new quarter. So you'll have April, May, June, new catalog, and then in July, it's a grace period again. So you're going to be covered in the new catalog. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Now is the best time to take advantage of it, because you have a long time to give it a try and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, you stay a customer, and no harm, no foul, and you've given it a try. But what do you have at home but a lot of product for 20% off? So I suggest you give it a try. You can message me if you have any questions. You can go to my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and at the top it says join my team. You can go ahead and start that and take a look there and sign up. I'd love to have you. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mary. Marcia, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am officially, after I get your cards out and I hope your kits, I'll announce it on my Facebook page on Marcie Besecker Designs that they have been sent. So thank you, Sharon. I will. And I'm officially on vacation other than getting bingo out. I will see you a week from Sunday. Please leave comments, messages, say hi. I will be checking for sure. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll still be doing all of that business stuff. I just won't be doing videos for the next week and a half. All right, everybody, I'm going to go turn a year older, and I'll see you in a week and a half. Bye, everybody. Have a great time.